Welcome back to 3 Talk. As a young boy living in Hammanskraal, Paul Modjadji dreamt of someday becoming a dancer, but with little resources it proved difficult. He worked hard to realize his dream and has received standing ovations on world stages for his dancing and won numerous international awards for his passion. Welcome, Paul. How have you defied the odds?
Well, I think a lot can be said about the word attitude because, I think so many people go through experiences in life that are treacherous, that are really difficult, but with the right attitude, and oftentimes you only notice and realize in hindsight. So I think, I grew up as a young boy in Hammanskraal, of course, in a community where, like so many kids, we didn't have any resources, we didn't have structures to really explore our talents and interests. And I remember being a young boy that I think my parents must have really thought, what is it with this kid? Because I had so much energy, I was vivacious, I was literally the life of the party. But you can imagine if you have a child and you're living in an area where you can't exactly take them anywhere to explore that kind of talent, how frustrating that must be. And I think, I look back now and I realize that really and truly speaking, it must have been really crazy for my parents to support me as much as they did, because it took me literally about 16 years of just being the loud kid to finally, for them to find a place where they could say, you know what, we think dancing is his platform and we think this is where he is possibly meant to, direct his energy. Yeah.
But once they realized and once you'd already known that this is what you want to do, but coming from Hammanskraal with no structure, with no resources and all of that, how did you manage to get yourself out of that onto the world stages?
I think, I always say, because I get asked a lot, because I've won a lot of, 2 international world championships to date. And one of the questions I often get asked when I interact with young people is how I've done it. And I think the answer really lies in take you one step at a time. Because I think, had I not at 16 years responded to a newspaper article about a dance school in Joburg, my life would have taken a completely different turn. So as a 16-year-old, I took a taxi from Pretoria to Joburg every Saturday to do dance classes. And that led to me finishing matric and immediately after that getting a scholarship to go study dance in Denmark. And it's literally been a rippling effect because I literally dared to take one step. So that one step has opened one door that has opened the next door and so forth.
Is it luck? Is it resilience? Is it passion?
Passion and resilience. And I think one needs a certain level of stubbornness because you can understand along the way you can have passion, you can have resilience, but you will meet a lot of challenges.
You'll answer this in a second, but where are you there?
The city of Johannesburg, actually.
Oh, that's Johannesburg?
Yeah, a lot of people think it's New York, but it's actually Joburg.
Okay, it's such a beautiful, such a stunning picture. I love it. I hope you framed it, and it's like a really big picture. And there you're just in a studio.
That's in the studio. That's one of our publicity pictures. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I was asking about: is it luck? Is it passion? Is it
resilience?
Resilience.
So I think it's resilience and passion, and also just the steadfastness, or rather the stubbornness to want to see through your passion. Because a lot of the times, people from the outside, your family, society, won't understand. I remember when I started telling my friends that I really wanted to follow dance as a career, I was laughed at. No one actually thought that it was possible because we hadn't seen anyone in our community or in certainly my neck of town that had actually pursued it. So one needed to really be very firm and a bit stubborn in seeing it through. So you need a lot of self-belief and you need to really see it through.
You teach a lot of young kids as well how to dance?
Absolutely.
Tell me about your dance school.
In 2011, after I was the first African to win the European Star Dance Union World Championships in Croatia, I came back home and I realized that the same community where I came from, kids were still going through the same challenges that I faced, that there were still no dance studios, that kids literally came back from school at 2 o'clock and had nothing to do and nowhere to really explore their talents. So I decided that as much as I had opportunities to go out there into the world and really, see what I could do and explore my talent further, that it was more important to rather come back home and ensure that if there is a 13-year-old Paul Modjadji right now that loves dancing, they have a platform and a place where they can go to and start exploring that.
Fantastic. Last words from you to find the odds.
I think it's about their perspective. I think it's about their attitude. And I think you're right. It's not about luck.
No,
it's
not
about
at all.
It's about hard work and persistence and determination. And I think that the word no and can't hasn't existed in any of your guests today's vocabulary.
But
10
again, it's
seconds.
about what's the definition of luck? It's when opportunity meets with readiness. And readiness means doing your part. It's about hard work and being ready to take up the opportunities. Because life is full of opportunities. Are you ready to seize those opportunities? That's luck.
Absolutely.
I'm so inspired today. Thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow on 3 Talk at 4 p.m., chef and author Sharon Glass is back in the kitchen preparing a feast of curries, stews and casseroles. Don't miss Sharon's flop-proof recipes for perfect tummy-warming winter meals. Until then, from one of us at 3 Talk, have a fabulous evening.